Hello everyone, today we are doing this Geneva Cam, and the main goal for this video is to learn how to use the circular pattern feature in SolidWorks. So we're going to use that feature to create and replicate multiple um, instances of one or more features that we can space uniformly around an axis. So I'll put the dimensions here on the side so you can follow me. So let's begin. Let's create a new part. So this drawing is going to be in inches. Let's just confirm that we have the right units. So, so put this there. We're going to take the top plane and let's create a sketch. So the first thing we're doing is the base. So look, this is 8 inches diameter. We're going to dimension 8 inches. Let's hit OK. Let's give it a thickness of 0.5 inches. 0.5. Let's hit OK. Now we're going to create these cutout features on this face. So let's create a sketch. So I'm doing right now this circular shape here, and this is going to be for reference. So anytime you sketch something for reference, you can click on this option for construction, and it'll be there just for reference for you. So we can dimension this, and this is 4 inches if you look at that. Now I'm going to draw a few center lines for reference as well, and you'll see why I'm doing this later. I'm going to create that section here, so select circle and let's give it a dimension here. This is 0.5, and we can create some lines. Okay. I'm going to select the outer edge, and I'm going to convert that entity so I don't have to draw that circle. Now I can just trim the outside, and let's trim this as well. Okay, so we have that first part. Now we're going to be doing this cutout here. So we need another reference if you see this circular shape here. So I'm gonna do that too. Select circle. Again, this is going to be for construction, and we're going to give it a dimension. And this is 9 inches in diameter. Okay, I'm gonna create another reference. And this angle is going to be, if you look at this drawing, 60 up to here, but we're going to use the middle to create that circle, so this becomes now 30. Just move that to the side, and let's create a circle using that reference, and that circle is 3 inches in diameter. 3 inches. And we'll do again a convert. Select the outer edge and convert entity, so that will create a circle. Now we can trim. We're going to trim this face, this line, and let's trim the outside as well. Make sure you trim all the lines, otherwise SolidWorks is gonna tell you that there is something open. So once you have that, we can click OK. Okay, so now we're ready to make a cut, and Under selected contours, we're going to select these two faces to cut, and we're just gonna go through all, and let's hit OK. So this is our cut feature. Now we're going to, as I mentioned at the beginning, we're going to use a circular pattern to create and replicate these features. Okay, for that, we're going to go to the linear pattern and select circular pattern. And the circular pattern property manager pops up. So under direction 1, we're going to select an entity in the graphics area, and that could be an axis, a circular edge, a linear edge, cylindrical face. You can even select a angular dimension. For now, we're just gonna select this face right here. So that's our face. Right here on the angle, make sure it is 360. So if you change it for some reason, if you change that to 180, you'll see that only half of the circle is taken. So we need the whole circular shape to be covered with this cutout. And this is where this is the number of instances that we want to replicate. So looking at the drawing, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and this is where you put 6. And so you can put any number here. You can put 4. It doesn't matter. Depends on your requirement. And features, under features and faces, this is where the where we're going to select the feature that we want to replicate. So let's say this is empty. So we can go back to this box and select the feature that we wanted to replicate. In our case, is the cutouts that we made. So you just select the cut, extrude. Under bodies, this is going to enable the bodies option, and it's going to create the pattern by using the bodies that you select in a multi-body part. We are not dealing with multi-body parts for this exercise, so we're just gonna leave that alone. So after you have all those parameters, we can hit OK, and you can see the pattern being created. Let's say you wanted to modify the pattern, so you can just right click and edit feature. So let's say instead of 6, you wanted to make 4, so you can just change that to 4 and it'll update for you. So for our case, we need 6, so let's go back to and change it to 6. Let's hit OK. Now we're going to create this section here. So let's select that face, right click, and create in sketch circle, and this is going to be 2.5 in diameter, and let's hit OK. Extrude, and this is 0.5 inches in thickness, so we can hit OK. Now finally we're creating this keyway and hole at the middle of the Geneva Cam. So let's click on that face and create a new sketch. I'm going to create a circle, and this is going to be, so looking now at this cutout, this is going to be 1.5 in diameter. 1.5. Now let's create the keyway. We can select the a rectangle for this, and we can put it anywhere for now. Let's give it some dimensions. This is 0.36, and the center of that to the center of the Geneva Cam, that is 0, so it can be at the center. So once we have that, we can trim a few entities. So we can trim that, we can trim this and this as well. And the last step is to provide the other dimension, and this is 0.20. Looking at this 0.20, we can get rid of these lines here, and let's hit OK. To create the cut, we can just go to Extruded Cut. The feature is already selected, and we can say through all, and let's hit OK. And this is how you create a Geneva Cam model using the circular pattern feature in SolidWorks. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching.